Is it worth to forgive infidelity? When it's still worth to fight for your relationship, and when it's better to just give up?
Let's discuss this issue from two angles. Firstly, after being cheated on, is it worth continuing the relationship and trying to fix it? Secondly, is it worth forgiving your partner's cheating? That is, stop holding a grudge against him regardless of whether you will continue being together or not. I understand perfectly well that being cheated on can be a very traumatic experience. It is quite natural that it is associated with very strong emotions. That is why it is very important to take a very conscious approach to this subject. To start, let's point out that forgiveness is a completely selfish matter that first of all concerns you. It is in you that all these unpleasant emotions are born and you that they affect. Secondly, forgiveness does not have to affect your external behavior. You can still break the contact with your partner and end the relationship, but at the same time forgive them and not hate them for what they have done. Forgiveness brings many benefits and there are no flaws associated with this attitude. Hence, it is worthwhile to awake at least the intention to forgive everything that has happened and not to nurture those negative thoughts about the other person. Thanks to this, it is much easier to regain a peace of mind and continue with your daily life. Despite the demonic connotation associated with the topic of cheating, people who do it are not necessarily, and in fact almost never, morally broken people. It is worth noting that cheating on a partner is most often not a rational decision that someone makes, but something that happens almost by itself, especially in the case of an affair which is connected with the feelings. I think that every person in a sane mind, if only he or she could have a choice, would definitely prefer to fall in love with his wife or her husband again than with a colleague from office. However, such feelings sometimes occur only because two people spend a lot of time together, and most often they do not have a control over it. Then it is not easy for them to stop the relation when the feelings have already been awakened. Is it better to end the relationship? And when is it still worth fighting for? It is definitely better to end your relationship if you see that there is still a high chance that your partner may cheat on you again in the future. Paradoxically, even if you really want to save the relationship, ending it in the right way may be the best strategy to quickly become a challenge for your partner and make them start fighting for you. It is also a good idea to end this relationship if your partner has cheated on you before, and you can see that they have a tendency to betray you again. There is also no point in continuing the relationship if you are unable to forgive your partner. It makes no sense to continue the relationship and at the same time keep coming back to what has happened and still showing your reluctance or lack of trust. Paradoxically, further control of the partner who cheated on you will still have a negative effect on the quality of the relationship. If you have been cheated on, it's worth considering why it happened. Most often in healthy, happy relationships, such problems do not occur. Instead, putting all the blame on the unfaithful partner, it is good to think about what I can improve so that the relationship will return to its glory again.
If you want to check what are the chances for your relationship to survive, please take a free quiz at robertmarshall.com. And if you like this video, please subscribe and see you soon. Robert Marshall.